Ah, what's happening, y'all? Good
Hello.
evening. Welcome to Williams Word. I'm your host. Y'all know who I am. Now, I'm gonna get right to it this time. You know what I mean? A shout out to my partner in crime, Charles Brinkley. He away on business right now. You know, trying to expand the business. And shout out to Kendra Moore. She running the show for us in the background. All right, now we're gonna do a little football 101. Um, After every quarter of the season, I'm gonna do a little show and let everybody, say their piece. Then we got my man Chris Smith in the house. What's up,
What's
Chris?
up, Chris?
Can you hear me?
Yo,
Can you hear me, Chris?
turn your
All
mic on, man.
right, Metro phone. All right, we're gonna start up in
Can
this
y'all hear
top.
me?
Yeah.
Doc,
Yeah.
Doc on here representing the Eagles. What's up, Doc?
What up, Doc?
Next to Doc. Yeah, and y'all know Doc is gonna play Teddy Pendergrass in his Netflix movie. Next to him, we got Carl Buck Morris,
Can't
other
hear
guy,
nothing.
head bigger than mine. What's up, Cuz? How you?
How you doing?
Hey, my man. On the end, and that's right, Buck representing the Eagles. I gotta shout that out. On the end here, we got the smartest guy I ever knew. Psych. Mr. Penn State himself representing the Cowboys and he family. My man Jeray Jr. What's up?
What's going on?
My man. And I guess Chris went back to Metro to check on that phone. So, I got enough just with Eagles and Cowboy fans here. We gonna keep, we're gonna start off. I guess we're gonna start off as two of y'all. We're gonna start off with the Eagle fans. And so far, it's not the start that y'all wanted, you know, but it's still a lot of potential there. So I mean, how y'all feel and what would y'all change as far as in the direction you going? What would you change if you had the reins? If you was in charge, what would you change?
Go ahead, Buck.
All right, what I would change is first we need a linebacker that runs sideline to sideline. We need an offensive coordinator. We
Mm-hmm.
need a couple more D backs, and we need a defensive coordinator that can coach coach a blitz on third down. So that's what I see. And give it to the general manager.
Sound like y'all need a lot.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
And
We
microphone,
overpaid.
you sound like you in the dungeon. Speak up a little bit.
I'm not in the dungeon. I'm talking. You want me talking my outside voice? I'm outside, so I'm talking in my outside voice.
Okay. Not because everybody
Yeah.
else can hear them succinct. You sound like you far away a little bit.
Nah, I got my phone. I'm gonna put my big head more to the screen. Can you hear me now?
There it go. That's a little better.
I don't
Yeah.
like being this close.
I'm with Jeray on this one. It sounds like y'all need a lot. But I'm gonna let Doc chime in before I say my piece and Jeray says his. What's up, Doc?
What's up? Okay, here's the thing. I'm not gonna say we need a lot. We're young. Like we got to be realistic. Because even myself, I get caught up. I get caught up in it because I see some of the talent we have. But you gotta remember, man. Like with Hurts, this is what eighth, ninth game. People acting like he's been in the league for years. You know what I'm saying? He's a rookie still. You know what I'm saying? The coach, I go week to week on him just because he's young. So I'm gonna give the staff because they're all young. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt right now. You know what I'm saying? Because his offense has shown that he can move the ball. It's just
Yeah.
somewhere. What I don't understand is when you have a quarterback that's strong, like Jalen Hurts, dude is strong, and you down on the 2 yard line. Why are you not quarterback sneaking at least once or twice? Why? With a dude that can push like that. I mean, his
Instead
legs.
of running Philly special.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why Miles Sanders? Why wouldn't you like? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's some questions there, but like even though he didn't run the ball last week, we still never punted. We never punted one time last week without running the ball really. So there's room for improvement. I think people, include myself, sometimes get lost in the fact that we are extremely young all across the board. You know what I mean? So I guess what I want to see is I just want to see is compete. You know what I'm saying? That's right now. That's what I want to see us compete. I mean, one could argue these first 4 games was like preseason because he didn't play anybody during preseason. You know what I mean? So one could argue like, okay, first 4 games, that's kind of like his preseason. So I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on so much of what we need. I do love that we have cap space coming in. We're going to have 3 pretty good first round picks. So, I mean, my thing is if we can get somebody other than Howie to make the picks, I think we'd be in good shape. You got to keep him because he's a numbers guy. You got to keep him for that. I mean, say what you want. If we fire Howie, he'll be a GM before he leave the building. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He gonna get a job before he leave the building.
Let me ask you this though, before I let Jeray come in and retort. Let me ask you this. You're right about the running part when he had to, but you're not scared. That's going like if you keep letting Jalen run, he's gonna get hurt. You're not afraid.
Okay. What I'm saying by that is, I think he's going to incorporate it because I think they're going to incorporate the run. Not so much with Jalen, but I think we're going to see Miles Sanders and Gainwell give more touches. I think we'll see.
Let me say this. Let me jump in real fast. I get it, what you're saying, but my thing is, I would like to see Gainwell and Miles Sanders in the backfield as a tandem. Because Gainwell does one thing particularly well, and Miles Sanders just runs the ball. Now, Miles Sanders can't catch nothing out the backfield. That's Gainwell. And to have both of them in the backfield together, you putting all 11, you putting the linebackers and the defensive backs on notice. If we come out with a 12 set and you got 2 backs, who's going to stop us? They got 3 good receivers. They really got 3 good receivers, and they got 2 good backs. The coach just don't have a clue what he's doing right now.
But he moved the ball. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You can't say he don't have a clue what he's doing because he moves the ball.
He does, but when you play Dallas,
it's just when you get down the red zone, he's like, "What do you?" It's like I think he's because he's a young coach. First year coaches, a lot of them they got to prove that they're smart. They got to prove that they're there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they get too you get too caught up in being the smartest guy in the field. Like there was no reason to do that. Like I said, you keep it simple down the red zone. We have strong guys. Push it in.
Good point. Jeray, now get ready. I think some fireworks. You got a Cowboys fan that's going to comment, and you guys are going to have a chance to comment on what they're doing as well, but we're going to let him start the fireworks.
Honestly, I think the Eagles just don't know what they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they want. They don't have a clue right now. They're trying a whole lot of things. There was no way you would. Miles Sanders had 12 2 carries at one game. Like you can't do that. You got to give him the ball. You feel me? Like
definitely do.
I don't know. It's like they don't trust Hurts, but they don't trust the running game either, and they don't really trust Devontae Smith. But like they're young.
Can I interject real quick?
What's up?
I don't think we can say they trust Hurts because he threw the ball 49 times last game.
Nah, they don't trust. They was talking about that on the radio today.
He threw the ball 49. If you don't have a guy throw 49 times, you don't trust.
I mean, they just don't trust the running game either, though.
They don't trust the running game for sure. That's for sure. I don't even know if they trust it. I just think his offense is not geared toward because he kind of said at one of his press conferences, he was kind of saying like the way something about the RPO being a run play, but it's just not a design one. It's like shut the fuck up, man.
Listen,
shut up. My bad. Excuse my language. Shut up. That made me mad. That's what I'm saying. Dude just I don't know. I think they just trying to I don't know. I think he's trying to be too smart. Just keep it simple, man.
I think we reached that point where the Eagles lost a lot of their leadership and they lost their identity. And now they got all these new young players. They got a new coach. And it's like they got to find their identity. They got to get in where they fit in. Whether that's going to be, you're going to be a bruising team, you're going to pound the rock, you're going to pass the rock. They got to figure it out. But you can't just.
That part is true.
Like they got to figure it out. So it's going to take them. It might take them all season. You feel me? It might take them all season. But the NFC East, you never know. You never know. The Eagles could pick up in 2 weeks and be cool. The Cowboys can, like just like last year. A lot of injuries happen. A lot of things happen. You never know.
Yep.
So I ain't counting them out. I think they sorry, but I ain't counting them out just because the NFC East is sorry. I think the NFC East is sorry. So I'm not going to count them out right now. But I think they do got to find their identity moving forward so they can figure out what path they want to head to build along that path. I think that's what I think.
You nailed something though. You know what the Eagles, what they doing now remind me sort of what you guys did last year early. A lot of people was talking about how great that looked. That did look great. But you got behind so early, he had to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game. And that's what's happening with Philly right now.
But he coming out throwing every passes every play. It's not even about being behind. That's his offense is just pass.
Here's the thing. That Kansas City game. Y'all ran a couple plays. The runs was good. And then,
now listen. Is he changing the play at the line of scrimmage? Because after the first game when we lost to the Bucks, I'm like, why is Dak throwing 50 times? Like, that's crazy. With Zeke and Pollard in the back, that's crazy. But then, I think Kellen Moore came out and was like, well, Dak changed the call at the scrimmage about 20 times. So, like, is Hurts changing it what he see, or is they? Like,
I ain't got Hurts doing that because I ain't got him having that kind of freedom yet.
I got him giving that. I got him giving him that type of freedom. I got him giving him.
Because you said the coach think he's a rookie coach. He like to outsmart people. He like to prove himself. He could give Jalen that freedom. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
Well, see, Jalen. Okay, if he is, Jalen is the one that just coming out saying how Miles Sanders needs to give more touches. So if he had that kind of control, then Miles Sanders would see more touches.
Okay.
You got the coach defending. You got the coach defending why he's not running. So that lets me know right there that he's the one making the decision.
Yeah.
Then that might just be like what you said. That might just be it. You know, young coach, and he outsmarting himself.
Yeah.
Not rocket.
Well, he did that in the Dallas game when he said, I felt like it was going to be a track meet, so I had to come out and jump on him instead of staying with the game plan you had with Atlanta. Because if it had play action Dallas, it'd have been a whole nother game. It'd have been
can't play action when you don't run though.
Yeah, I agree with you, but he ran the ball. Like I said, if he'd stayed with the same game plan for Atlanta like he did in Atlanta, running the ball, he would have opened that whole game up.
Well, another thing,
different dynamic.
Y'all coach young, so he'll figure it out. Situation I'm dealing with, you know, every coach come with a game plan, right? We all agree. What separates the good coaches from the great ones is situational football. Some coaches come with a game plan, like my coach, but he never adjusts.
Ever. That's Tomlin's problem. He one of them old coaches that stick with what he's doing.
So this is why, Jeray just pointed out something.
He really never had a losing
more on that when I get to him and his Cowboys. He said you got Zeke and Pollard in the backfield. That's true, but you're forgetting something. Zeke and Pollard kept them off of Dak. Remember, they did a lot of blocking. They picked up a lot of blitzes. That was genius. So it was the lesser of two evils. All right, y'all not getting a whole bunch of running yards, but Dak didn't get beat up. Think about Zeke. Zeke is a heck of a blocker.
He a bruiser. He don't mind blocking.
So
yeah.
When you look at that situation, it's like it's situational football, pretty much. My man William Bilal Burr said, "What's good, fellas?" He Eagles fan, and he. I'm gonna read off some comments that he's saying in the mix while we go on, but it's situational football, and Mike McCarthy. And his experience in Green Bay is starting to carry over now. Starting to play situational football. He didn't at first. He had to figure it out. Listen, spread them out. You got the weapons. Spread them out.
I'm not a McCarthy fan.
I give him one thing.
Well, see, that's because you got money like him.
Hey, listen. All right, look. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. Okay? Barring any injuries, Dallas going to be there in the end.
I
Barring
mean,
any
we gonna win the
bad thing
division,
happen.
but the division ain't saying much. And the
I'm
thing
not
is,
even talking about division. I'm just saying that the difference in this Dallas team is this: they can score, but their defense is good enough to get a stop or two.
Yep.
That's all you need. That's all
listen,
you need.
I don't trust us right now.
Hey, Jerry, I
We
thought
Your
y'all
listen,
was
head
gonna be
coach,
with your
your
arm
head
listen,
coach,
last
I
year.
don't
listen.
trust.
We
Your
didn't
head
we
coach,
didn't
I don't
all
trust. But you
listen.
know what? I trust your coordinators. I
Listen,
trust your coordinators.
y'all done seen it. Y'all done seen it more than I done seen it. We Dallas don't got a problem starting off winning 10 games. We good for that. We good for that. We good for that. We good for starting off strong and not finishing strong. We good for
But
that's what
but
we do.
y'all the difference in y'all this year though is y'all didn't have a defense that can stop a nosebleed. Y'all got defense that can get a stop.
Listen, our best year was I think Dax. I think it was his rookie year or when Romo got hurt. And this is why we were so good because we ran the ball so much. It kept the defense off the field. We controlled the clock, and then Dak come in and you game manage. And we when Dak is throwing 20 to 30 times, we gonna win the game because that means we pounding the ball, we controlling the clock. If Dak is throwing 40, 50 times, it's in
Jerry,
God's hands at that point. Just like
Jerry,
with Romo. Just like with Romo. When Romo was throwing 40, 50 times, he putting up 400 yards. But we giving up 40 points on defense too. And it just I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it's gonna
that's
work.
what I'm saying. I don't know. I think y'all got a defense that can get a stop now.
I don't
And
know. I
I
don't
mean, like the attitude, like I'm telling you, Parson getting part. I was so mad when y'all.
listen.
Oh,
We had this
so mad when
conversation
y'all got
earlier in the season because we was talking to Penn State. I
Hey,
wanted Parson.
you remember we were
I
arguing
remember.
back and forth about it. You already know I've
Yeah.
been one of these
But
because I know
and
what
for
time it
me,
was.
I don't think it's not about our skills or the players, our personnel. I think it's the leadership. I don't
They
trust
just
McCarthy.
different.
I don't trust them right now. I don't. They gotta prove it every week. I'm gonna believe it more and more. But for now, y'all gotta prove it.
I
Y'all
feel
gotta
you on the
prove it.
McCarthy. I feel you on the McCarthy part. I trust your coordinators because I think Kellen Moore is man. Look,
I like Kellen Moore.
he is a very man. The dude is nice. I ain't gonna lie.
hey,
Dude nice. And y'all
let's
and
let's
Quinn got that defense playing, man. Like it's not the same Dallas team. It's not the same energy. You can tell. You
Listen,
can tell it's not the same energy.
I seen this before. Like I seen it
I
before.
was going to say the same thing because
I
before
seen it.
we came
I
on,
feel y'all. I
Jermaine,
just think
me
this
and
one is
him
different, man.
argued.
I think this was different. I
Me and him
do.
argued on the phone, and you saying the same thing I told him. You seen it before, right? But this is the thing with football, and we all been hit in the head with this before. You don't know what's going to happen.
Don't know.
Barring injury, like he said, I never forget that year. A couple of my homies, they Giants fans. I never forget that year. Giants was 6-8. Y'all remember? 6-8. They
you
won the
talking about the
Super
Super Bowl
Bowl.
season.
Yeah, they ran the table. You
Yeah.
don't know. That's why this, like he said, this front runner stuff. That's why I just laugh.
I do like the fact that the Cowboys is getting turnovers though. Like that's a
What
big
I'm
difference
saying,
in the
man,
past. Like we taking the ball
that's
away.
what I'm saying. It's different. It's not the
But
same. It's not the same team.
a couple of them turnovers we ain't execute though. We didn't finish with nothing. Kickers missing field goal. Like we got to tighten the small things up first. Clock management. Why you giving Tom Brady the ball with 2 minutes left? We 3 timeouts. Come on, like, and you a vet. You a vet coach. You're not a rookie coach. You got to know this. I don't know. It's just a lot of things that McCarthy does. I just don't like. Like when we was playing the Eagles, we come out, we throw the ball second half, we just throwing and throwing and throwing. Why not? Burn the clock, run the ball, feed Zeke, feed Pollard. And then you establish the pass game. That's when Dak is at his best. I don't think McCarthy understands that when Dak, he's at his best when it's a balanced passing and running game. When he out throwing 30, 40 times, he gonna put up good numbers. He's gonna give you the stats because we got the team to do that. But is that gonna win you games? Is it gonna win you big games? I don't know.
It's what I say. You nailed what I tell people all the time. When they say, Tom, a good coach, Tom, a good coach. I say, listen, we fed on Cleveland and Cincinnati for years, and we've always had talent. Talent alone will win you games. But when it comes down to situational football and you got to move chess pieces, That's what separates the good coaches from
Mhm.
bad. Like the Metro guy down here at the bottom, Chris. What's up? Can you hear us?
What's going on? Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Chris
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
Denver fan, y'all. Chris a Broncos fan, and I'm watching them. We played them.
We
I'm watching
we
them.
don't believe you. We need more people.
Vic Fangio, you know, in the beginning, the same thing, but he's starting to pick it up now. You know what
I
I
like
mean?
Bridgewater though.
Right. And I was going to say, but y'all might be in trouble because Franklin out this week, ain't he?
Who? Bridgewater?
Franklin.
He had a concussion. I don't know if he out though.
He out this week, right?
Nah, he might be back. It's looking like he's gonna be back
Nah, man, yeah, because y'all might be in trouble without a Drew
from what I'm
Lock.
hearing.
I don't think he get it yet.
I mean,
Anything can happen. Don't get me wrong, but
Teddy takes care of the ball better than Drew. Gets Teddy. It's a misnomer that Teddy gets rid of the ball faster than Drew, but that's not true. Drew is actually quicker with his release, from snap to release. The thing with Teddy is he's gonna make the safer decision most of the times compared to Drew Lock. Drew Lock is a gunslinger, a risk taker. But anyway, that ain't gonna be the scenario this weekend. I'm pretty sure Teddy gonna play this weekend versus the Steelers. So we're gonna see what happens. It's basically even matchup. You know, the way y'all playing right now, the way we playing right now. Y'all got a good defense. Y'all got good pass rushing. Y'all got good. Y'all got good secondary on the back end. Y'all going through some injuries too. Y'all going through some injuries too. O-line questionable. Our O-line questionable.
what game you be watching? Our D-backs ain't that good. We got Minka. That's it. What game?
No,
Yo,
I'm saying
Steelers
it's
defense
not.
ain't been playing the way they've been projected. That's real.
I'm
They've
saying
not been playing the way they've been projected.
they haven't, but it's still a solid defense. They still play
But
sound fundamental
Offense,
football
offense
when
doo-doo
it comes
too.
down to it.
But can I
this
say that?
game, it come down to something Jeray just mentioned, something Teddy P just mentioned. Coaching, I don't care how good your players are. If you don't put them in position to win, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. Let me give you a prime example of what I go through. It's Steeler Nation stuff we talk about in our groups. I never forget Tony Romo. And you know, I'm a F Dallas fan. Because I'm a Steeler guy. But my football guy, respect what Romo said. Romo said this during a
Wait, you said your football. Wait, you said your football. Hold on. Can I interject what you say? You said your football guy. You mean just somebody you talk to, or you don't get tapes from him or nothing, dude?
Nah, listen, Teddy, don't what we live. What you want to do?
I know. I said just somebody you talk to.
No, me, the football guy.
Oh, okay. I was just make sure you ain't had somebody that was giving you all 22 tapes and stuff.
Oh, you dirty. You,
I ain't know if you had the NFL film club.
you dirty. Hold on, look. Now,
Well, like Mike Jackson got the all
listen.
22.
No, he ain't got it.
Romo said something about our coach, and he nailed it one time. A lot of people, Steeler Nation, they mad, but he told the truth. He said it's so funny. It took Mike Tomlin 10 years to figure out you can't play zone on Brady.
No,
You got why are you playing zone?
no.
So that's what I'm saying. Like another prime example. The Super
He
Bowl.
gonna eat his own alive.
He gonna eat it alive. The New England and Seattle Super Bowl. Like Russell Wilson said, everybody said, damn, Russell threw the interception. People forget, Pete Carroll called in and changed the play. You could be a dumb coach. People don't get that. You can have all the talent in the world and still be a dumb coach.
He ain't had to throw that ball though. I don't care who called that play. He ain't had to throw that ball.
Nah, I mean that's
That's one I would ignore. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. What? We beast mode? Come on. What? Come on, man.
And he was he was
in it. Russ was in on it. Russ and Pete was in on it. They was in on it. They was in on it.
Hey man,
had to be.
But he said, all right, he tried. That was it.
I don't know, man. Somebody tell Mike to get the tape from his plug so we can really see it.
Do you think? Serious question. Do you think Mike Tomlin would be less hard-headed if he never won a Super Bowl? Like, do you think that he won the Super Bowl? He thinks that what he did works, so he's gonna keep doing it because it worked before.
Well,
That's
He
yeah.
haven't really had a lose. He really haven't had a losing season in Pittsburgh.
but that's why I said earlier. Here's my thing with that. You feasted on okay. Think about this. Think about this. For years, we had a lot of talent. Think of all the talent that came through there. Ben was younger. We had Mike Wallace, Hines Ward. We always kept a 1,000-yard running back, and we always kept a defense. You're gonna win games, but when it comes to the situation, and he gotta use his head to think, he draws a blank. So that's why I tell people, okay, he won a Super Bowl, but remember, they were still all Cowboys players. Now that you done put your stamp on the team, it's in disarray a lot of times. No discipline. You see what I'm saying? Like in what y'all got in Dallas now. Mike McCarthy, you might not like him, but he got discipline now. They disciplined. There was no discipline.
But you gotta keep it a spade on that, Hugh.
Yeah, I mean,
Stephen Jones did all the drafting on that team.
But yeah,
he won. He got some hell of a picks. He got CD. He got Michael Parsons. Like they just.
Ain't talking about the players he got. There's discipline now. Like Jerry know what I'm talking about. There was no discipline with Garrett. Players did what they wanted to. Now it's a structure. It's discipline there. You see it. It's attitude there.
It's definitely a breath of fresh air. Like it's different. It's different. But I seen it, so I don't believe it. But it's definitely different. I just need more. I need more to make me a firm believer. Like, yeah, this defense can win you some games. Like, we not gonna give up 35 every week.
I think y'all got two head coaches in Dallas. I think Dan Quinn is doing his own thing on defense. Mike McCarthy ain't got to worry about that side of the ball. I think that's one of the reasons why he was hired. He can just focus on offense and not necessarily coach the entire team. Like Dan Quinn, he in his own world over there. He trusts everything Dan's doing. So
that's what I said. I put my trust is coordinator.
Yeah. A lot of times when head coaches take a step back and they relinquish control, their team gets better. Like, so a lot of times when they take their focus off of defense and special teams and just focus on managing the position groups and delegating tasks to their coaches, it makes it a lot better.
Yeah. Because right now our situation, our offense look bad. Mike's supposed to step in and say this not working. He's not.
But do you think Big Ben should be benched? Because
Ben should have been benched.
That's one move that's one move that Mike might be holding on to that's costing him. I don't know who y'all got. That's a backup. But Big Ben look bad.
I don't.
He's shell shocked. If you watch the games, our line is worse than a wet sponge right now. So think about it. If you watch the games, when Ben dropped back, even when they not blitzing or nothing, he like this from the rip. That's the problem.
Yes.
So you got to put one of them young boys in, man.
Listen, I hear you, but like they said today on ESPN, Pittsburgh did all that to sign him. You really think they're gonna bench you? They did all that to structure that deal.
Can't bench him, man. You gotta let him. You gotta let him go out on his shield. Can't bench him.
That's it.
Can't bench him. You gotta let him go out on his shield. And because think about it, do his teammates want him benched? That's another thing. You don't want to bench a quarterback. Your teammates don't want him benched. Like that could split a team, split a locker room.
You lose that locker room, it's over.
Well, y'all just keep being
you bench him, you tanking the season.
Whole time, Chris. Y'all would know about that, wouldn't y'all?
Denver?
Nah.
The Eagles, yeah.
All the Kings.
Oh yeah.
You bench him, it's over. You choosing.
Too. I think you lose the locker room because they respect you. Now, my thing is, sure, change the plays. We got elite receivers. Go to shotgun. You got two good tight ends. Put them in, like what me and Ray just talked about. Everybody said, "Oh, Zeke lost it that first game."
Hold on.
Lose it. He was blocking you know what off. He
me
stopped a couple guys from sacking. You know what I mean?
let,
You guys your players.
let me jump in. Let me think outside the box real quick. What if there was less shotgun, less of everything being on Big Ben? You drafted Najee Harris in the first round for a reason. Why aren't you? Why aren't you going throwback? Make your offensive line more aggressive by running the ball. That's how offensive line builds confidence. Running the ball, burying people, getting pancakes, getting 4 yards and call the dust, right? You drafted Najee Harris first round for a reason. You use him. Run him till the wheels fall off. Because
But
Ben, putting everything on Ben and a shotgun all day, 24/7. I mean, you got to change something up at some point. That's like you said. By the time I got to step in with the OC, I don't quite agree with that because you do got to let your coaches coach, and you don't want to undermine them. Not players is looking at him sideways.
why didn't they draft the offensive lineman and shit? Because I know when the draft happened, Louis Riddick was like, why did you get Najee Harris and you ain't get
Wait,
offensive lineman?
hold on, Tater. We drafted 2 linemen. That's the
He
part. We got 3
I'm talking about they
rookies
drafted.
on the
he
line.
talking about first round. He talking about
I'm
first
talking about
round.
first round.
All right,
Here I'm gonna answer that. Let me answer that question though. Like you don't necessarily have to draft a lineman first round for him to
No,
be
I get
a Pro
that.
Bowler or All Pro. To me, Najee Harris sitting there, you take him.
Take it.
Yeah.
You,
I
you,
mean,
you
I
take you
agree
don't take
with
no
you.
lineman over.
I'm just because we talking about it, throwing it out there.
Because y'all got
Yeah.
a lot of flack for Devontae. Remember, everybody said, but Devontae balling. You take
He
the
nice
best
though.
player.
He nice, but I wanted Parsons. I want everybody know from the jump, from before the Jerega to Tessa, me and was arguing about where we wanted him to go. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
And
say
they
something.
actually, when we traded up, listen, that was the only reason why Dallas traded with us. Because when we
Let me
traded
say
up,
something.
I knew for a fact Dallas was going to draft our mud.
You know what though? Y'all
But the
draft
Eagles, we don't care
Parsons.
about linebackers.
Say
We
say
never
say
care
y'all
about
did.
linebackers.
Yeah, say y'all did draft Parsons. Y'all coach, y'all defensive coordinator don't even
Don't know how to
blitz.
use
He
it. Right.
he
So
he
don't
he,
tell
he
me.
believe in getting
Right.
home with 4.
You got to
But
give
hold
him
on, hey
credit
Jeray,
because
Jeray, the crazy part is
they let him
they got
rush. Man, I was
y'all
agree
got
with you.
Parsons, but y'all wanted the D-back that Chris and them got.
I can't hear you. I run it back. What?
I said y'all drafted Parsons, but y'all wanted the D-back that Chris and them got. That's who y'all really wanted.
Yeah, that's who I wanted because we've been so bad in the secondary. But I mean, for me and Doc been talking about it. I always say Penn State got good linebackers and good defensive linemen that they put into the league. So I'm always going to trust. They might not be the elitist, but they going to be solid 10, 12-year pros. They going to be solid. So I was cool. I knew Parsons was going to be a dog. I didn't know he was going to be this, like straight off the rep. And that's my Penn State bias. Like, yeah, bring Parsons on. But I definitely wanted us to go D-back. I wanted us to go D-back. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted us to go D-back for sure.
But y'all lucked up because putting him on that line, letting him rush.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But that's what I'm talking about. Coaches.
That unlocked him. The injuries that y'all sustained to Marcus Lawrence forced y'all's hand to really let him get loose, and then he got comfortable, and that was it. Once he got comfortable, stopped thinking too much, and was just see ball, get ball. That really unlocked him.
Yeah, he looked like he having fun out there.
Yeah. He's just hunting. He hunting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
that's
can put
out
him in
there.
any position.
That sorry line we got Von Miller and them coming to town. It's gonna be real interesting.
I mean, TJ Watt over there for y'all. We down both our guards right now. We down receivers. It's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. I
It should be
think
a
we
good one.
can win the game, but I don't know if we're going to.
You know who been sneaky good for us and nobody talking about him? Melvin Ingram. We picked him up from the Chargers. He been balling, but because we got so many other issues, nobody talking about it. Just like with the Beagles. Losing Brandon Graham really hurt them. Bad.
Yep.
That hurt.
Mhm.
Derek Barnett is a bonehead.
What's
He's
up
a
with Juju, man?
bonehead.
I don't like Juju. To me, Juju ain't really been nothing since AB
Hold
left.
on. Comment from KRS2. Live off that Raiders game. Put that up there. James Jones said, "You let me live. Don't let me live. We're gonna do it right now on live TV." All right, go ahead.
But yeah, what's up with Juju? Like, he just not performing.
He's not. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what happened, especially in that Green Bay game that they were showing it on NFL Network. Not many times Ben missed him wide open. Why? I mean, Ben missed 4 touchdown throws Sunday. 4. And I told people this is the time to get their Green Bay defense is not like that. That's why they got to score. This was the time to get him. He was missing. He was just missing, period. It's no excuse. I mean, I know our line messed up and he back there, but he was missing. Big time.
Ben just played so scared to me.
He played scared.
He's scared.
You got to think. He's shell shocked. You got to think. When people saying that 4 guys, they're not even blitzing, right? And the guys is still getting penetration like they blitzing, you'd be shell shocked too.
You would, but something got changed because you can really get hurt like that. Like
and he already beat him.
I know he looked like it hurt every time he throw the ball. It looked like it hurt.
He already breaking down. He got a back injury going on, and the latest one was it his shoulder or something?
He got
his hip, a pectoral in his hip.
A hit, and I told him that's why I said Mike got to do something because Ben ain't 29, he's 39. Gonna get him killed.
I don't think he should have been out last year. I wouldn't have resigned him back. Like, it come a point where like you gotta be loyal, but you gotta move on for the betterment of your team and for them. Like, I don't think it's doing Big Ben or the Steelers no good for him just to be out there just because. Like, I don't see no benefit.
Well, Dwayne Haskins not ready yet. I seen that.
But neither is Big Ben.
Rudolph. Oh my God.
Yeah, Rudolph. Rudolph ain't it?
Ah, man.
But you got Cam Newton. Go get Cam Newton.
Cam phony. Cam not even old and he phony. Listen, it's funny you say that because listen, we talked about that in the group, right? People said Cam. But did y'all notice last year when the Patriots picked him up? That was it. You didn't see nobody knocking down the door trying to get Cam.
Cam shot his load in Carolina.
I think they doing Cam what they did to Melo, and they try and make it seem like he won't do this or he won't do that. He's not doing this. I think Cam will play whatever role a team asks him to play, whether that be a backup, whether that be come in and do this, do that.
I think a lot of
that's just me. I think Cam a little phony too. I don't think he gonna go in and blow the doors off nobody.
I think a lot of people looking at that wrong though. I don't think they doing Cam like that. I just think that they know he at the end of his road, and they don't want to ask him to back up some scrub. Like in his eyes, he think he's better than that guy who's in front of him. And there's always going to be a couple guys in that locker room who think Cam should start over whichever guy is in front of him.
Basically, Chris, I'm gonna say it the other way. He sound like AI when AI was done.
I don't even think that. I don't even think he there. AI wanted to start. AI was adamant about not coming off no.
Sound like you're saying.
Well, James Jones just said ball don't come out of Cam hand the way it used to. He throw it with his whole body now. That's a big point. Number two, people don't want to mold their offenses around Cam. You have to change your offense for him to win. That's a big difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was in Carolina, where he just dropped back. He had that arm. He could just sling it and get away with it. Now, it's the it's a difference because Cam is an athlete playing quarterback now.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
See, I just always had a lot of respect for Cam because to me, Cam, he had like good weapons. Steve Smith, he had some weapons, but it wasn't like I feel like Cam did a lot for his like he carried a lot of the teams that
Carry
he
the
played. He carried them, and then you go to the Patriots. They got what 11 players on defense that don't come back because of COVID. You got players on offense that ain't coming back. Like, and then your receivers, your running backs, they know names. Like, I think it was just a setup for failure, just to see what he could do, and he couldn't do nothing. So it made it look even worse. But
look, and then
Only
the bull look good. I can't front.
only
with
place
Mac,
I
Good.
think
Mac
only
looked
place
good.
I think Cam
He's not
could
making
go.
the
Call me
mistakes.
crazy.
Right.
Call me
Mac's
crazy,
not
but
making
only
the mistakes Cam was making. He moving the ball, but they missing something. You know what I mean?
I don't think Cam can go anywhere, but I'm interested in hearing where Carl thinks he can
only
go.
place I think he could go because Andy did it for Mike Vick is for Kansas City, but he can't play. I believe Andy Reid will fix it.
Andy Reid.
Andy
I believe
Reid.
Andy will fix it.
Listen, man. Listen.
Call me crazy.
I think Cam
Man,
done, man. I think Cam
I
done.
think he's done.
Cam definitely
You know
done.
what's funny? You know what's funny? It's funny because this gonna sound crazy. And I want y'all to check me if you think I'm crazy. You will probably get more consistency out of Fitz magic than Cam right now.
Probably.
Before Fitz got mad, before he got hurt, think he played more pro style than Cam did. You know what I mean? He's streaky,
Cam,
but
I
Cam,
don't like
like you
Cam's
said,
arm right now. I don't think
like
Cam can hurt you with his arm right now. I think
right.
that's why he's done. He can't stand in the backfield and just pick you off, whether you zone, whether you man. I don't think he can do that at the bare minimum. I don't.
it's gonna be an offense that's running one or two routes, one, two, or three routes
Yep.
tops, and it's gonna be read one or read two. And if it ain't there, I gotta take off. That's the offense Cam runs, and that ain't winning games no more. You
That sounds
know,
like a
especially
rookie
with everything
offense,
spread
man.
out. It is. It is like a rookie offense. If Cam not, I'm not saying Cam can't read defenses. So let's get that out the way. I'm saying that his strength is read one, two, and I'm the next
And let
best
it go.
option. I'm the next best option with my legs.
Get off.
But
Yeah.
but that's not what I do anymore because I'm so beaten down that I'm not holding up over 16 games or 17 games now. So I can't do that anymore, and I got to throw from the pocket, and that's never been what he's done. It's not just never was. Even when he went to the Super Bowl, the offense was simplistic. You know, it was easy to beat.
They had
That's
defense.
how Denver won the Super Bowl.
Right. They had a great defense that year. That helped a lot too. That
We
defense
just
was
went yo no fly zone, man, that was the good old days. Just
oh
go,
man.
just go man. You guard your man. Vaughn get to the quarterback. DeMarcus get to the quarterback. You know, Shaq Barrett, when you come and get to the quarterback, we got
I
shit
had Vaughn
on
and
lock on the
DeMarcus.
back
That's
end.
crazy. Vaughn
We
and
got
DeMarcus crazy.
we had
Y'all
we
was
had this.
stacked.
I'm probably biased, but one of the top 5 defenses ever was that 2015 Broncos defense.
For you.
Like we in my
For
opinion, one of the it's top 1, 2, or 3 ever because of
I
the way we
I
played.
probably give you 5. Probably because you got to think. Look, from what I
It's
seen.
the 85 Bears,
Right.
Seattle, and then us.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying about that, Aiden. You forget about them 2000 Ravens.
I'm talking about how they what they asked them to do and how they did it for the whole year.
That's what
You
I'm talking about.
don't just not just the Super Bowl. You forget how we beat Brady on the way to the Super Bowl and how we beat Brady. Like that
My thing, what I'm
defense.
saying. This is what I'm saying. Before that, y'all made it to the Super Bowl with that team and got routed. The same thing I say about the Bears. 1 year, if you do it 1 year, it's
It,
mentioned. But I'm talking about. I've seen like this gonna sound funny. It's gonna sound funny. I remember when Doomsday was around. Dallas Doomsday did it for years. The Grand Green Eagles in the 90s did it for years. That's why if you're a one-hit wonder,
That
I
wasn't
can't
the same
complain.
team. The team that played, the defensive team that played Seattle in the Super Bowl was not the same defense we had when we went there 2 years later. We added pieces and we got better. We were way better than that defense.
All right,
And I'm not just speaking on longevity. We didn't have the longevity, no. But as far as talent and effectiveness in one single year,
Yeah, that defense was crazy.
in one single year, I don't know if I can put 4 teams in front of them. I can maybe 2 or 3, but I don't know. I just it's the '85 Bears, Seattle, and then 2015 Broncos. We dominated that Super Bowl. We dominated on the way to that Super Bowl.
I'm going to tell you something funny, man. I'm going to tell you something funny. Was 015 better than the 08 Steelers? Was they better than the 01 Ravens? And I hate the Ravens, but Ray and them was a problem for years. Remember, they went and won a Super Bowl with no quarterback. They didn't even have a quarterback.
We had Noodle Arm Payton. We had Noodle Arm Payton.
What?
We had Noodle Arm Peyton Manning. We had Noodle Arm Peyton Manning.
Sheriff is the sheriff.
Nah. Peyton was throwing like the boy from Napoleon Dynamite on that joint. His arm was.
It just wasn't there. It wasn't there.
That joint was bad.
How many touchdowns did he have? So you said Noodle Arm Peyton was better than
Flacco?
Huh?
With Flacco?
No, not Flacco. Remember the first
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
I was saying. I'm not trying. All right, let me stop. I'm not trying to compare the 2000 Ravens to 2015 Broncos and '85 Bears and all that. I'm just saying.
Yo, I'm out, fellas. I got
the way we won. Okay. It was literally lock your man up on the back end. Vaughn and DeMarcus go eat. And they told Peyton, we got you, dog. Like, we just get us 7 and the Panthers ain't going to score. Look that shit up. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Look it up. They said, you get us a lead, we winning this game. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the points is. Get us a lead, Cam and them not beating us.
Hey man, listen. Who expected Cam and them to beat y'all?
What'd you say?
Who expected Cam and them to beat y'all?
A lot of people. A lot. We expect to lose by a lot.
No.
By a lot of people.
Man, they can't, man.
Yeah, a lot of people bet on Cam.
Cam never. To me, Cam might have had a good.
It was
6-year stretch.
It was the MVP of the league and the highest scoring offense versus the best defense in the league is what it was. And the Panthers defense wasn't even that bad that year.
Yeah, you know what they did? You know what they did? We talked about it earlier. You know why Cam and them had so much success? Because he ran like crazy. Remember, they was the number one. It wasn't just like Jeray said. You ever see nobody really ever feared him dropping back and beating you like that. It was he would take off. You had to, couldn't nobody catch him. He was 6'67", and he could run a 4.0. That was
came up against some dogs.
With what was his name?
That's the Super Bowl where he ain't jump on the fumble when everybody was on him.
Thank you. Remember they said,
yeah, they was on him.
Yeah.
Said something years ago, and it translates to like Cam. What Derek Brooks said about Mike Vick years ago. Bilal Bird just said the same thing. He ran his way to the bowl. But Derek Brooks said something that made a lot of sense, and it related to Cam. When they asked Derek Brooks, why did Mike Vick struggle so much against Tampa Bay? Do y'all remember that interview and what he said? He said Mike ain't gonna beat you with his arm, just playing for the run and he a different quarterback. And that's the thing. Y'all play Cam for that run. He ain't gonna beat you with his arm. It's not gonna beat you with his arm. That's just it. Like with Mike Vick, you get Mike Vick that much daylight, he gone. But you stop them, you carve them holes, and don't let him run. He's not gonna sit there and beat you with his arm.
We tried to do that with Lamar Jackson this past weekend, and he threw for 300. So you know what I mean. Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it don't work.
Actually, I'm not gonna say luck. It was just that was an aberration, an anomaly, because that game was a low-scoring, struggling game for a long time. A long time. I mean, think about it. The points came late.
They
got tired.
We couldn't sustain drives. We couldn't. The points came early, and then we got taken out of our game plan of running the ball, clock management. Now we had to throw with a backup quarterback and Teddy concussed. We just wasn't winning that game. They scored 17 in the first half. They won the game 23-7. So they scored 6 points the second half.
It was a tough game.
Yeah. Tough. And we just got behind early. Couldn't win, but we'll see what happens this weekend.
I like Denver though. I feel like they just missing like
a piece.
It's something on the offense. It's like they don't got no firepower. Like
tell you what it is.
But other than that, like Denver, I don't pick them on my tickets ever because I'm scared. I don't know what they're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat any team, but I wouldn't be surprised if they score 6 points either.
Yeah. It's a vanilla ass. It's a vanilla offense that isn't. You can't not be creative with limited quarterback play. You know what I mean? You can't just line up and say, all right, run this play, and then not have no motions, no crossers, no nothing like that. I mean, Pat Shermer, I don't know what he's doing. I guess I gotta see it a little bit more and see what's going on this year, but I'm not liking what's going on. He's not using our backs enough. He's not sticking to the run enough. He's not using our tight end enough, especially with Judy and Hammer down. You're not using Noah Fant and your running backs enough. You're not taking the middle of the field enough. It's all fade to Cortland or fade to Tim Patrick and nothing in the middle. You're not attacking them linebackers and the safeties, which is normally a weak part of a defense, depending on the opponent. But
what KJ looking like? He he been balling or he been hurt? I knew he
got hurt.
He been hurt.
Yeah, I knew he got hurt. I didn't know if he came back though.
Towards ACL and some other shit and some other stuff.
He tore his ACL
and some other stuff too that they were saying.
He done.
Yeah, he might not be ready.
I'm gonna put all three of y'all on the spot, right? Tell us how you do. We're gonna start. I'm gonna let Chris go first because y'all two. Whew. Chris, how your division going? Tell us how you think. Tell us your record. And tell us how your division gonna finish.
We 3-1 right now, and we got the toughest division in football. Period. I don't want to argue either because we had the Raiders, who just undefeated, lost to the Chargers in our division. Now we all tied at 3-1 in the division, and the Chiefs is sitting in fourth. Chiefs 2-2. Chiefs 2-2 is what I'm saying. They sit in fourth right now, and they probably the best team in the division with the best coach in the division. It's not looking good for us unless we put together a stretch of games where that we just running off wins, which that's gonna happen. We really might finish third or fourth in the division, depending on what happens with the Chargers. But I think it's gonna be Chiefs. When it's all said and done, I think it's gonna be Chiefs, Chargers, and it's a toss-up between us and the Raiders. But right now, if I had to be unbiased, I'd say Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, in that order. Based off of what happened last week, so we'll see.
I mean that's I'm not gonna argue with you. I would say they 1-1A, and they both in the West, the AFC West and the NFC West. The Rams, Cardinals, and they tough. They too tough. They got to be the two toughest divisions right now. All four teams can beat anybody. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna switch it over from the AFC and come back to the NFC and ask Mr. Willis, how y'all gonna finish?
We 3-1. We gonna finish. We gonna win the division. But I mean, for me, that's not saying much. The Giants, they're sorry. They don't really got no offensive line. Like they sorry. The Eagles is sorry.
He ran.
The Eagles is sorry, and the Redskins, they just lost their quarterback. They having some problems. Like none of them teams put fear in my heart this year. Usually, I think that we only gonna win one game between each NFC East team every year, just because the games is close. You never know what's gonna happen.
Never know.
But this year, I don't see it. I don't see any team in the NFC East beating us this year. But I don't know how far we gonna go after the playoffs. I mean, after we win the division.
Maybe at the end of the season, we all resting y'all starters. That's what I see. That's the only way I see any y'all losing in the division.
Like, I ain't worried about the division. I'm worried about what we gonna do first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
We could get there and poop the bed.
Well, let me ask you this. And this is something me and Doc talked about before we came on. I'm gonna ask both of y'all this question. If it came down to y'all had to play, can you win a shootout with the Cardinals?
The Cowboys? I think we can score with anybody. It's the defense that I'm worried about. We can put up 40, 50 points. We can score with anybody. We got a lot of weapons. Whether we going to run the ball, pass the ball, the outside, the slot, the tight ends, it don't matter. We can score the ball. It's just, can we get stops? Can we stop them? Can we stop D-Hop? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I do. I think you can. Y'all could devise.
We can contain them. We can contain them. We can contain them.
The X factor is Mighty Mouse trying to keep him in that pocket.
Yeah.
Because I told them, like, we let Connor walk. Connor looked good in Arizona. He was just never healthy. But I watched 2 of their games this year, and they just as scary as y'all. Because
I like him. I like that. I feel like Dak is more hesitant to use his legs since the injury. Like Dak, he'll wait until the last minute. Kyler gonna take off, and then he'll stop and throw that thing. Like, I think he a little bit more dangerous because he got more confidence in his legs right now. Right now, you feel me? I don't know if he taken any major hits or had anything that might slow him down. But
the way you beat them, you gotta get that push up the middle, but you also gotta bring pressure to collapse the pocket on him, because you gotta cruise Kyler's throwing lanes while he in the pocket, because once he get out the pocket, now he can see everything. But if he in the pocket, he can't really see what's going on. He just gonna throw it up to D-Hop. What I think is, just let D-Hop not go off, but you just let D-Hop get his, take all them other weapons away, and you keep Kyler in the pocket, and I think y'all can win. Y'all got the personnel to do it too. Y'all got Diggs. Put Diggs over there on Hopkins. Give him a little bit of a shade from the safety over top, and you got Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence on the edge hunting. You just bring them on the edge, pressure on the edge. You get a good push up the middle. That way, you pushing lineman right into Kyler's lap. You can't throw from a pocket like that.
I like Diggs though.
He gonna want to run. Yeah, I like him too.
I just don't want Diggs to become one of them. I'm always going for the big play, then it turned into you getting beat, and then we like I don't know if that's how he is now, because it's still early in his career, but he got 5 interceptions this year already. So that confidence, I want to win the defensive player of the week every year. Like, Dak had to tell him that don't mean nothing. Like, we gotta get out there and play. Like, you can't just be the flashy guy making the big plays all the time. It's the small stuff that we gotta do to make sure our stuff game is tight.
Now he gonna get beat. He gonna get beat because he's a risk taker like Marcus Peters. That's what he kind of remind me of, Marcus Peters right now. The way he were taking those, getting those picks and making turnovers.
Yeah,
So
he need to lay it back a little bit because they were saying that they had the thing on NFL Network saying, who would you rather not want to face right now, Diggs or Xavier Howard? And they were saying, I'd rather face Diggs right now because he going for the big play and you can get him, while Xavier sit back. He a little more seasoned right now. So give him some time to see what happens because, I mean, 5 interceptions to start the season is a great start.
And like Rudy said, he might be the best D-back we done had since Dion. But I don't think that's saying a whole lot either. So, like, I think he's good. I think he's got a lot of potential to be great. But right now, I'm gonna take it week by week. Like you still a second year. You a second year guy. It's a lot you gotta learn. And then we about to come up and play a whole bunch of elite receivers. Like you can get cooked real bad the next couple weeks and then destroy your confidence. And now the rest of the season you burnt toast. Like I don't know. We gotta take it week by week.
As a corner though,
that'll be the test. Like playing Seattle, because if you don't contain Russ, he gonna throw it to DK and that little Tyler Lockett is
a monster.
Huh?
He a monster. I like him.
So my fantasy joint, right? And I listen. I was like, this boy, what's going on? So I watched one of their games. He will murder you in the slot. So the thing would be, if you put Diggs on him, I think Diggs can cover him. There's no doubt in my mind. But then you got that monster, number 14. See, that's the problems that start to come about. But
you're going to have to cover.
You got Michael Parsons, and then you got a good pass rush. I think you could neutralize some of that. You know what I mean? Because that's what happened with the Rams and the Cardinals. The Rams got that high-power offense, but J.J. White is rejuvenated with Chandler Jones in them because they got a pretty good pass rush too, and nobody talking about it. So it's getting exciting, man. I can't wait.
Yeah. The way Russ and Kyler win is when they extend those plays, and now you got to cover for longer than what the play called for. That's how they kill you. That's how Lockett get off, and that's how Hopkins be getting off. And the rookie they got for the Cardinals, I forget his name. Both from I think he's from Purdue. Played at Purdue, the receiver or whatever. Yeah. So
they loaded. But that you ever know, like I know Jerry noticed it every time the Seahawks and the Cowboys play. They always close games. And it always come down to Russ extending a play. Think about it. They be man.
Listen, that's how Dallas get beat a lot. That's how we get beat a lot. 3rd and 18, 22-yard pass. We like, yo, what's going on? And it's like every time. Those, like you said, them situational defenses in the end, that's where we got to tighten it up. You can't play good defense for 3.5 quarters and then the last half of game you don't want to be out there. But now with Dallas defense, I feel like the defense like going onto the field now. Like it looked like they like it. Before they was dreading it, like we about to go out here and get cooked. We might as well just give it up, let Dak come back on the field. But now it's like, nah, we about to go make something happen. And I like to see that, but we got to keep it up and we got to maintain it. And that's all it is. Just be consistent. That's all. And they owe it to us to be consistent. They owe us. They owe me personally. They owe me.
Hey, hold on. Hey, operator, can we get that commercial break for the A game? Yeah, I do got sponsors. We do have sponsors. I wanted to run this commercial, but so if the commercial come on, just sit tight. But I'm going to wrap it up. It was fun. It's just like being in a group, but on live.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
It's a little bit better than being in the group because you don't got, feel me? People can't take what they think you said.
Right, yeah.
People will try, what you say? And then make their own little thing.
Yeah. And Doc with the mic thing, the all 22. I hope Mike was watching. Yeah, go ahead and run it. Now there's the A game. If y'all, well, not y'all, but anybody watching, y'all want to come get a free sample, hit me up or hit up my main man Chuck. And oh man, it really works because I use it too. Mr. Bird, Bilal Bird says the ability to extend the play. Russell owns that. Yes, he does. About to wrap it up. Facebook usually gives us a little hour, but we well over the hour. And I want to thank y'all for coming out. And I want to tell both of y'all, in another 4 or 5 weeks, I'm going to do another show. And you're more than welcome to come back on and state your progress and see what y'all doing. Because like you said, you're right. It can turn in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
Listen, I might be an angry bull up here in 4 weeks.
Might be an angry bull.
Listen, it's a big weekend. Penn State and Dallas. We got some tough games this week, so I'm on edge.
So, thank you. He said the commercial breaks are through. Thank you. I need y'all to do me a favor before I go. Text me what size shirt you wear because I try to give out prizes for coming on the show. And right now I'm broke because I ain't working, so all I got is some cheese and some seafood. So just give me a little bit, and I'll make sure I get y'all a shirt or some kind of mug or something. Whatever you want, just text me what you want, and I'll make sure y'all get it. You know what I mean? But thanks, y'all, for taking time out. Come on the busy show, because both of y'all got little ones, beautiful little ones, you know what I mean? And how busy it. But wait till they get grown. Jeez Louise.
Hey, Ray, wait till she. You ain't got to wait long. Wait till she turn 4, man. She gonna be talking all crazy.
She just start crawling and walking a little bit, so she all over the place right now. Man,
when she start talking, woo.
Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell him.
Man. I'm gonna get a taste of my own medicine. I already know.
Some of the stuff she said, they're like, what? Yo, you talking to?
It's small ones. My grands, they 8 and 5, and my 5-year-old, he be like, just a minute, Pop, I got this.
Yeah.
Get ready, it's coming. And all you can do is laugh. Like
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
But I'm glad y'all took time out. I'm glad everybody's healthy and blessed. Sure. And I'll see y'all in a few weeks.
Nice talking to y'all.
We'll catch you on the next one. So, anything y'all want to add before you go?
Man, thanks for having me. It was nice to chop it up with y'all for the night instead of being on the keyboard.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm down for whatever you want to have me back on here, man.
Hey, man, the door is always open for y'all because I try to keep it diverse, different. I had Lee on here, Drew on here, so I'm trying to get different. Everybody get a chance to come up, rep their team, and share.
You gonna have a show after the fight on us? What, Saturday?
I was thinking about it, but I got something else lined up for next week. I was going to speak on it tonight.
I might go live in a group, see if we can get some group guys to go live or something.
All right, we could do that too. But this was getting so good, like before you got in it, that Cowboy Eagle thing.
But hey, we got to discuss the game, our game after this weekend too.
Yeah,
we ain't really talked about that much. I
do this every week.
We both got to win. We both need this win.
I know.
So,
well, we need it more than y'all.
I don't know.
Both got a 1 and a 3. All three of us got a 1 and a 3. Just mine in reverse. That's all. But
Yeah.
how you start is how you finish. So we'll
Right.
see. So
Right.
thank y'all for taking the time out. No hesitate. Just call my phone whenever you want to come on. And vent and talk X's and O's. We always here. All right.
For sure, for
All right.
sure. Appreciate you.
All right. On behalf of myself and my esteemed colleagues at Feel Good Talk, and my main man Jerry Willis, and my main man YBM Chris Smith. Peace.
All right.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna wait.